Hello everyone. Today I wanted to show you guys a product that I ordered to modernize the stereo in my 8th gen Honda Civic. If you guys aren't familiar with the 8th gen Honda Civics, they're from years 2005 to 2012. Well, these Honda Civics, they come with the dash that just basically, the stereo is pretty much, you got a CD slot and a radio tuner, and that's it. So I wanted something more modernized where I could play Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and maybe have some navigation in it and run my music apps. So I came across this company called Idoing. They specialize in doing stereos for all sorts of different makes and model of cars. Pretty much infotainment systems where you see the modern cars nowadays. This is what I ordered. It comes complete with the dash kit, and upon removing your old dash, you will have to take off the climate control and switch it over to this new kit, as well as your hazard bind. And here are all the stuff that comes included with it. It comes all with all your cables and your harness, and pretty much even some pry tools. Pretty much a plug and play setup, no cutting, no wire splicing. So pretty much it's all complete here, and I'm going to walk you through it and show you how to go as far as installing in your vehicle. Okay guys, so to remove the dash, these are the simple tools you're going to need. You're going to need some type of prying tools, ratchet with the 8mm socket, and a Phillips screwdriver. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start by removing this trim panel here. They're just clips that clip on, and we'll go ahead and use one of those prying tool to do that. There you go. So that's what the trim kind of looks like. A bunch of plastic clips. They just pop right off. Alright. This one here has like a factory alarm. It plugs into here. So that's what the cable's for. Okay, once you pop that off, there's gonna be a Phillips screwdriver, a Phillips screw right here. That's where the screwdriver would come into play, and just remove that. Okay, once you take that out, they should pop off as well. Here's this piece off here. Now there's going to be some harnesses that you got to disconnect here for these buttons here. Okay, that's what the back looks like. It's just one plug here. You're gonna have to push in, disconnect, and there you go. This comes out. Okay, next, to remove the stereo, there's gonna be a plastic panel on the bottom here. I don't know if you could see it. You're gonna get your pry tool, your pry tool, and you pull down on here, and that flap comes out. See, it's held on by two. I just pry it in there. That's what it looks like. This back part with the tabs go on the back. Pull that aside, and underneath here you're gonna see two 8mm screws you gotta pull out, unscrew too. So here's gonna be the second screw. They're kind of really hard to do with one hand, so I had to kind of pause the video and get in there and loosen them up. All right, there's the other one that just fell on the ground there. But so that's pretty much the two screws. And now all you got to do is get your pry tool and start prying this. These are held on by clips, so just pull it forward, and this whole piece will come out. There we go. They're held on by clips. And here is the stereo. Now there's gonna be some more harnesses. You gotta, I don't know if you could see that. You're gonna have to unplug those one by one. Let me see if I could set up the camera so I can see if I can hold it in place. Oops. Let me try to unplug these and get the camera. Now we're gonna have to prepare the new dash, swapping over the gadgets we need from the old to the new. We're gonna have to take out the vent, the hazard switch, the airbag switch, and the climate control.
This climate control, before we take it out, I believe we gotta pull these knobs off before this comes up to the back. These knobs have to come out. So we'll use our prying tool and get right behind it and just gently pull on it, and see it come off. Do the same with the other one. Now we can start to pull stuff out. So we're going to need the hazard, passenger airbag light, the vent, and the climate control. You're just going to need a Phillips screwdriver to pull off all the parts you need. We'll start off with the vent.
That's good enough. Alright. Let's go ahead and put our buttons back in. There's a little groove in there, so I'll grab in there so you know. And just push it in. Okay, same with the other one. There you go. All right, and then of course the airbag light, the passenger airbag light, there's no spot on this in this kit for it. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna still remove it from the original one and plug it into the harness in the car, and we'll just leave it sitting behind the dash. So if you don't plug it in, you'll probably get like a light coming on. So let's go ahead and remove that. This guy right here. New one. Again, this is where the airbag light switch goes. This kit does not have it, so I guess it shouldn't be an issue. But here's our vents. And we're ready to go and throw it in the car and plug it in. Okay, so now we're back in the car. Starting to get a little bit dark on me, so I'm gonna try to speed through this. Start plugging these in, and I'm gonna show you guys how it looks when you turn it on. So now we're just plugging in our harnesses. Just for your antenna. Okay guys, so take note on installing this dash. You're gonna have to trim a little bit off your dash cluster here, because the back of this stereo here, the corner here is gonna hit this here. So you gotta go in a ways and kind of square it off. I took a little bit more here because I thought it maybe was rubbing here, but no, it's actually just this piece right here, this corner. And I actually did this before I realized that I was hitting back here. So there's gonna be a little bit of trimming to do so this stereo could slide in. I already went ahead and plugged in all the cables. These are your audio cables for your amps if you're gonna run your data. Since I'm not running any amps, I just zip tied them together because I'm not going to be using them, but I went ahead and still plugged them in just so in the future if I do need them, they're there. Another thing, here's your backup camera. This system didn't come with the backup camera, so I'm not using that as well. And here is your 4G antenna. I'm just going to stick it in the top there and let it sit there. It comes with a little insulated piece cover over it, so it shouldn't make too much noise. And these make sure you do plug these in, because I believe that the system will be having issues if you leave them unplugged. All right. Now the third input there is for your GPS, and I have that in here, so I will also have to plug that in. Okay, so all I need to do is hook up the wiring harness that actually goes to the car, to the stereo, which goes here, and my antenna that goes over here, and we're ready to turn it on. This might have to go on the bottom here. Another thing is, since you're not going to be using your ABS light, is you still want to connect you still want to connect it to the harness, and I just put electrical tape over it because I don't want to have it vibrating and hear the noise. So the only one you need is for your hazard lights. And here's your climate control. and your antenna. And here's the harness. I went ahead and ran the GPS wire over the dash, and I'm gonna maybe install it to the corner over there by the window so it gets good signal. The mic for the so you can use the hand telephone option. I ran it behind this plastic weather guard here, plastic lining, and I just put it here for now. That I also have to connect it. This would be for the mic. So let's go ahead and start connecting stuff. So here's for your microphone, and that's going to be connected I believe that is connected right here into this plug right here where it says mic. It's just like there you go, slides right, pushes right in. Here is your antenna. Make sure you plug that in. Your wiring harness. The power's on the system. It goes up here. And I believe that's it. The only thing that's left to do is to plug in the climate control down here on the bottom. And your hazard switch. Oh, another thing I almost forgot is the wiring for the Apple CarPlay. The plug, you got it's wired Apple CarPlay and the extra USB plugs to either to run a flash drive music or charge your phone. I ended up drilling a hole right here through the bottom, and it comes down through here. So you just put them through this hole here. You don't have to drill the hole. You could run them behind the dash into your glove box, but I just wanted it more easy accessible, so I drilled a hole through the bottom there. You won't be able to see it from the top. And of course these plug in these will, so the cables for your Apple CarPlay, this purple one is gonna go right here. It's not too hard to get these confused because they all have different plugs, and there's not two alike. They're all different, so it shouldn't be able to get confused on where they go. And here's your other set of USBs, and these will go in the corner here. All right, so now that that's gotta plug in my power source. I had to unplug it to kind of get situated here, and my antenna real quick. Okay, I believe that's all. It's plug and play. You don't have to splice any wires. The only thing that this didn't get connected is this here that came off the original stereo. I really don't know what this is for. It might be for your USB and your aux inputs. There's some set in the glove box, and the one underneath by the cigarette lighter. So again, that's not being used because there's no plug for it. So now we're ready to throw this in. All right, so since now that's in, now comes the rest of the dash to come together. The two 8mm screws that go on the bottom here that you unscrew, those are no longer going to be used because those are only mounted to the original stereo that has a mounting bracket for it. This doesn't come with this, so you'll have to do, you won't need them anymore. It's a little tricky to get this in. Oh, before you get this in, you gotta plug in the wiring harness over here that goes to your trip and your dim light. Right, that's in now, and the only thing left to do is to put a Phillips screw that comes at the bottom here to fasten this piece we just put in. Pretty much this is gonna go back on the same way you took it off. And the last piece is gonna be the bottom here, the bottom piece that goes, you remove before you could remove the top piece. And mine has like an alarm system that came with it from the dealer, so I gotta plug that in. Yours might not have that, but make sure you plug that in if you do. Alright, so the only thing left for me is to find a spot where I want to mount this GPS antenna, and then I'll tuck it in nicely. The mic is sitting right here. I could just remove this, they have the adhesive sticker on it, pull the white tape off, and I'll just mount it there. But let's try it on, see if it works. Let's see volume. Let's see here. Okay, about this head unit overall, I think it's a really good product here that Idoing makes. It's a nice unit to have to modernize your car. Let me show you what the features it has on it. It's a pretty fast display. It reacts pretty quick. It's wireless and wired CarPlay. As you can see right now, it's already connecting to my phone. I have my phone right here. It shows you all the maps. Let me show you what it could do. So it has wired CarLink. This is where you could connect your if you want to wire. If if you want to wire your Apple CarPlay instead of just having it wireless, you could connect it here. The other two USBs, I have flash drives in there, USB flash drives for music. So I have two of them in there hooked up. And let me just show you a quick. I also, if you have steering wheel controls like my car does, it will it allows you to operate them. You gotta set it up. As you can see, I'm turning up the volume there. And there's a way you gotta kind of go in the settings and play with it and do a couple of tests on it to program it. There's a little bit of programming to it, but it's not that hard. It's easy to figure out. And like I said, there's here's your music, shows Bluetooth, has a car link, the Addis recorder. I'm not sure what that does, but again, you know, I gotta play with it more. But I didn't know how to do that. There's a lot of settings you could customize the display. You could do a different change, different colors. Let me show you a little bit on what it does here. So also I was able to program my mode here. So see, I'm pushing it here, it goes to the iPhone, disconnect. Here's my music. Again, I have two USBs on there, so if you hit list, it shows you all the music I have. If you hit folder, it shows you USB 3, USB 1. So I could switch to those. I don't want to play the music too much because I don't want the copyright to get me on that. But again, it has maps. You could change over to the radio. Here's my radio.
Rebecca, how far you been from
and
home?
So
originally I said Japan, but last year
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It has a lot of features on it, and it moves pretty fast. As you can see, I'm hitting the mode button on here, and it does it all. It moves everything like it's supposed to. So let me see here. Let me go to.
And we spent.
Let me hit. I guess it goes back to, let me show you a little bit of something here. So here's a radio. What was I going to show you? Oh yes, so the screen's a little bright. I try to dim it down a little bit, but there's not much dim to it. There's a little circle here. If you push it, like in the night when you're driving, you can go into settings here. You hit that, and then it says black screen off. If you hit black screen, it'll turn it off. So you could still listen to the music and be with the screen off, you know. And then if you want to turn it back on, just hit the button there. So yeah, it's a nice unit. Idoing makes, and I'm gonna put a link in the description. If you guys are interested in a unit like this, just click the link. It'll take you to this specific stereo if you want it for the same particular car, and you'll get a discount on it, and I believe you'll get free shipping too at the moment. So yeah, just subscribe. If you have any comments, let me know, and I'll try to answer them back as quick as I can. And so overall, I think it's a good unit, and I would definitely buy it again if I needed to. Thanks very much.